Hi and welcome again. As usual, before I get started, hit the like button if you like the video, and if you have not subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button and remember to click on the bell icon so you will be notified of my latest video. This will motivate me to upload more video. And so, let's get started. There are numerous reasons on why and what causes recession to happen. Some examples are inflation rate, interest rate, unemployment rate, but there is never a clear sign on how and when recession will come. It's more like a domino effect where none is the determining factor, but one factor causes another to arise, hitting each other, and this is what makes recession very hard to predict. I'm not gonna bore you guys with all those technical, or in our case, financial terms about what, why, and when recession will come. In, in, uh, Instead, in this video, we will discuss practical and actual usage on how we can prepare for the upcoming recession. And so, let's jump right in. Number one, buff up your emergency fund. Start off with the basic of all. Emergency fund, as I mentioned in the 3 types of saving video, is a must-have fund before even you start to invest. And congrats to those who already filled up the pot, and for those who have not yet, please don't give up. Keep it up, you definitely will fill it up eventually. And for those who already fulfill the pot to thank for your expenses for 6 months, but now I am asking you guys to adding another 3 more months in the pot. Some of you might say, my previous video said invest now, don't wait for recession. Yes, but I already stressed that having emergency fund is the utmost important, especially for beginners. And no worries, I still DCA on my fund, stock, EPF, ETF, and etc. I do occasionally post update in my Facebook page. If you guys are interested, I will leave the link down in the description below. As for why I buffing up my emergency pot for another 3 months, simple reason. When and if recession come, no one is 100% safe from it. Your company will cut down on benefits, claimable, bonus, salary, and even laying off workers. And when recession come, it's not easy to find a new job. You might even need to search for like 6 or 9 months. And even if you do succeed find a new job, the salary offer most likely lower than your previous job. And so, by having much bigger pot of emergency fund, this will definitely ease your burden physically and mentally. And side note, these emergency funds are not just for preparation for this recession, but also for next or future recession, and also it will serve as a cushion if sudden accident that might occur in the future, and this emergency fund will help you out big time. And number 2, stop wasting your time and start researching now. Now, if you watch my invest now or wait for the crash video and the 3 types of saving, I mentioned that I have waited stupidly for like 1 year due to the fear of recession and market crash coming, as suggested by those experts. But until today, let's see. No, I don't see any crash yet. That time I already done my research and already ready to jump right in, but news articles and experts of the economy are saying a crash is coming, recession is in the way in 2016, 2017, 2018. I mean, I was just a newbie that time, and of course, I will just stupidly believe whatever the expert and news blindly. And so, being held out by emotion, fear, and anxiety, I waited and waited and waited for at least 1 year before I start to invest. While watching and monitoring my selected portfolio keep on going towards the uptrend. And during that time, I feel like I'm missing out a lot just by waiting and waiting and waiting. And so I decided to research. Is it a word? Never mind. Continue. And by casting emotion aside, with data and knowledge obtained from the research, making logical conclusion, and so I decided to jump right in to invest. And as you can see from my previous video, I have already profited from it. Now, I'm not asking you to jump blindly into any and random investment tools. Do your own research. Look at their financial result, company's prospect, future project, technical and also fundamental analysis. You might be asking, it's so stupid and dangerous to still invest when recession comes. The reason is very simple. Invest is for long term. And take a look at this graph. This is the S&P 500 index. After the 2008 crisis, the index has been consistently trading on new high, as you can see from the graph. And this is from 2016, as some experts have been predicting that it will crash soon. But the fact is, it still keep on rising and reaching new high even now. And this is the Dow Jones index. Similar pattern with the S&P 500. As you can see, 2009 after the crash. This one is 2016 until now, 2019. And same as the S&P 500 is still on the uptrend. What I'm trying to show is invest is for long term. You need to have patience, consistency, and discipline for DCA. And remember the famous quote, fear when people are greedy, greedy when people are fear. So it's time for you to start your research. It's high time for new wealth to appear. Maybe you, maybe me, or maybe us. So when the crash and recession come, there will be a lot of high quality investment tools on big discount. But remember, as well as the low quality one. If you don't start researching now, when the crash comes, you will not have enough time to research. And worst of all, your emotion will cloud your judgment and hindering you from doing anything. And number 4, say no to bad debts and also clear all of your loan as soon as possible. This is a pretty controversial topic, as some might argue that is a good leverage tool, and to be honest, I wholeheartedly believe it is. As the saying goes, tools are as good as the people using it. So unless you have the knowledge and abilities to leverage such debt to improve your financial, then it's better for you to leave it out. And don't purposely go into any debt. Oh yeah, some info about bad and good debts. Bad debts generally associated with spending on things you can't afford and or spending on a serious things like wants and desire. Avoiding this type of debts is a very good practice. Not only it will be good for preparing for recession, as well as your financial management. I will make another video about more in depth about bad debts and good debts. For now, keep it simple. Avoid getting into any loan and debts. And if you are still paying installment for your loan and debts, pay off all the debts as soon as possible. The last thing you want during recession or market crash is facing unemployment, is getting burdened with those installment loan and debts. Lastly, number 5, keep calm, stay calm, and think logically. I repeat, do not let your emotion run over you. I know it's easier said than done, but you must definitely try it. After watching this video, you already set your mindset to prepare for the recession and doing all this preparation. Doing tens and hundreds of hours of researching, assessing and reviewing your portfolio from times to times. Give yourself some credit. You want to profit from investing, you got to take a risk. Like a saying goes, no pain, no gain. In our case, I should say, no risk, no gain. With every hour you spend on every research, every knowledge gain is a form of calculated risk. Better than those who just blindly all in by this and or by that. The last thing you want is like letting panic and fear take over your feeling and suddenly panic selling off every investment you hold during the crash or recession. And that's it. 4 steps for preparing for recession. Share this video to your friends and family so that they can start to prepare for upcoming recession. And thanks for watching. Subscribe, like if you like the video. Thanks.